Hi, my name is Sergio Rivera, and this is the first technical demo for sand chemistry. I've been working on this for the better part of 2 years now, maybe, so I'm pretty excited about showing you guys this. So this is the landing page. This is what you see first. So for new users to kind of get a feel for it, you can click on one of these, but an experienced user or somebody who needs a specific kind of reaction would just be able to type it in here. And we have, so let's just click on this one, for example. So what you have here is your reaction and your product, your intermediate steps. And I still need to work on this next part because I recently made a dark mode. And so these sub steps, I still need to fix the background for those. And then you can get user feedback here because you do have to understand that the for the reaction mechanism is powered by the prediction is powered by AI, right? So there are some times where the confidence is higher and you still have it's just incorrect. So that's, you do need that feedback button there. And another really cool feature is if you want to have a conversation with ChatGPT or something like that, or whatever AI you want, you can actually copy the images of everything. And you can copy the combined image, or you can change in your settings to just copy the text, right? I actually like this a lot. And so another cool thing that you can do with this is you can save it, right? So let's say you're studying, you want to save this one for later. Instead of regenerating it, you can just save it here. And yeah, so you have it in your save tab. And so back to the previous point, this is only for Orgo 1. These reactions, though, the way that this all works is only for Orgo 1. It's only possible for Orgo 1 because of the limitations of the AI, right? But what is not limited to Orgo 1 would be the lessons, right? So you get curated lessons for the specific types of reactions or, anything that you can see in the Orgo 1 class and hopefully in the future the Orgo 2, because Orgo 2 is where the real audience is in. That's where you get the people studying for your MCAT, that's where you get people studying for the DAT, all that stuff. And so with that audience in mind, one of the cool features about this is you can, because a lot of people who are pre-med are studying with flashcards, so you can just make your flashcards there. And the way that we do this is we make our lessons in like a normalized way where you have different sections, and within those sections, the program kind of understands, okay, the way that the information is set up, this is probably the kind of flashcards that they would want, right? And so just to facilitate the job for you, right? And then you can add these 9 cards to your flashcards, and then you can see them here, you can study, right? And then you just go to the next one, right? And then you have your quizzes where you take 10 questions. It's timed. It's not it's the timing is for you get more points based off of the amount of time that it takes you to complete the question. So if you're faster, obviously you get more points. And here in your progress, it saves all your data, and you can kind of see your stats. You can see what reactions you usually do better, what concepts you're doing better, and then what's taking you longer, what you're performing worse at. And I realized that I didn't really show you how the practices work. So for example, we're doing this one, and then it kind of gives you like a small explanation. You want a more in-depth explanation. Again, I do need to work on the more in-depth explanation a bit to kind of make it clear and to do a better job at explaining it to the user. But for these, you can also save them or convert them to flashcards. And a cool little feature that I liked is the question of the day. I do need to fix the PK thing so it doesn't give the answer away and like the little icons and stuff. But it gives you a question of the day, and then if you get it right, you get a fishbowl. And then if you get it wrong, you get like a smaller fishbowl. And the fishbowls have a chance of upgrading to the next fishbowl. And then what you get at the end, you get these moon rocks, which is our little currency. And what you can do with the moon rocks is you go to your profile. I have a lot more of them, of the little sand characters. So, but you can pretty much you can buy this little packet that gives you a random sand, right? So it gives you a random profile picture. And you can either redeem moonstones for this, or moon rocks, sorry, or you can level up and you can get a random one that way. I still need to see how much XP. I still need to collect more user data to figure out how much XP should be per level up and kind of, how all that works. But yeah, yeah. Oh, and the streak, your daily streak. I might fix up that icon. For the daily streak, if you have more than 7 days on your streak, you get two fish bowls for your question of the day. So it's like a tiny incentive. It's not a big deal, but it's something, right? And yeah, the only thing that I'm not going to be showing in this technical demo is the onboarding. So if you don't have an account, you go through this specific process where it kind of asks you a couple questions to kind of orient you and figure out like where you're at as a user and just to make a better user experience, right? And yeah, I don't believe that there's anything that I'm missing. I don't believe that there's anything missing, no. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's I'm pretty excited about where this is going. And the UI has overgone a very big overhaul over the past few weeks because I've received new inspiration on the direction that I'm going for. And I do believe that once I get everything set up properly on the website, I do believe that I'm going to be making a mobile app for this, and we'll see how difficult that is. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited. This was pretty cool, and I like I like what I've done. So I appreciate you watching, and thank you very much. And I hope you check it out, and let me know what you think.